Yo, we are back, people. Salute. What's going on, folks? It's your boy Jay.Jordan back again for another WNBA watch along. If you were just with us, we just saw a really good game between the Dallas Wings and the Indiana Fever. Dallas ends up holding on after almost blowing a 17-point lead. They get the win 81-80. They don't get swept. They lose the season series 3-1, but they get the win in the end. But we have this game now between the 2 seed New York Liberty dealing with a number of injuries we'll get into, and the LA Sparks, who are now finally healthy, have their whole team back and looking to make a push for the playoffs. Let's get into the starting lineups. We have for New York, Natasha Cloud, Sabrina Ionescu, Leonie Fiebich, Emma Mieseman, and Jonquel Jones. Their subs, Kennedy Burke. They said she's there if need be. But I don't expect her to play too much tonight. She'll probably play tomorrow on the second night of a back-to-back. Maureen Johannes, Steph Talbot, and Rebecca Gardner. You're wondering why you don't see a couple names. It's because Brianna Stewart is out with a knee, Niara is out with a knee, and now Isabel Harrison, the newest Liberty player added to the injury report. She is out in concussion protocol, did not take the trip to LA. For the LA Sparks, you got Julie Alamon, Kelsey Plum, Rickea Jackson, Dearica Hamby, and Azuré Stevens. For their subs, they have their whole sub. Sarah Ashley Barker, the rookie. Cam Brink is back after the ACL injury last season. Ray Burrell, Emma Cannon, Sanaya Fagan, Julie Van Loo, and Alyssa Pili. So they have their whole roster here. Rick T, what's going on? Says Sparks on the incline while Liberty on the decline, taking that +4. I mean, that's I would say that's a smart bet. Hutch Game said one thing about LA, there's a bunch of cute girls in the audience. I've never been. They don't really show them on the broadcast, I guess. But we shall see. Right, so the game's supposed to start at about 10 p.m. Eastern. It's about 9:59 here, so we have a couple minutes until the game kicks off. Make sure you fill out the poll. Who do you think will win tonight's game between the Liberty and the Wings? I said the Liberty and the Wings. The Liberty and the Sparks. You can see where my brain is at, still on the old game. Looking at the recent games between these two teams. The season series is tied at 1 game apiece. The Liberty won the first game on July 3rd, 89-79. They lost the second game on that buzzer beater by Rickea Jackson, 101-99 in New York. This is the final game of the season series. What's up, Maddox? The Liberty are shorthanded still. Yep, they're shorthanded. Yes, they are, but nobody is feeling sorry for them, so they have to just get the job done. Nobody's feeling sorry for them. Everybody's fighting their own battles right now. So the Liberty have to continue to fight theirs as well. The game should be on League Pass for those of y'all that are not in the New York area. For us in the New York area, I'm watching it on our local My 9 channel. That's where I'll be watching this game. For those of y'all not in the New York or the whatever area gets covered in the New York blackout rules, you'll be able to watch it on League Pass. $81-80 was that score in that Dallas Indiana game. We'll touch on it at halftime while we have the time there. Maddox, yes, tomorrow we do play the Aces tomorrow in Las Vegas. So Liberty on a 3-game road trip right now. They have a back-to-back tonight and tomorrow, and then they go up to Minnesota and play Minnesota on Saturday. So Liberty, that was pretty much, that's when things started to really go bad. That's the game we lost both Kennedy Burke and Brianna Stewart, that last game against the Sparks. So, and now we play them again, and both teams are still, I mean, both players are still not back. So, it is what it is. Right. So we got, for the local New York fans, we got Rosgold Onwude and Michael Grady on the call. This will be Emma Mieseman's 5th regular season game with the Liberty since she was acquired. Yeah, the Liberty won a back-to-back that game as well. They beat the Mercury after coming back from a big deficit, and then they just couldn't beat the Sparks the following day. But Liberty have a busy month ahead. I think they have about 14 games. 14 games this month. All right. Nah, Eddie, the Sparks announcer is a guy. He's a pretty. I think it's the same dude. I'm not watching the Sparks broadcast. I'm watching, the local New York broadcast here, so I won't be able to see the same things y'all see if you're watching on League Pass. All right, so the game is about to tip off. Game about to tip off. It will be Jonquel Jones versus Azare Stevens. I mean, it's easier said than done, Maddox. LA trying to climb back into playoff positioning, so it's easier said than done. But all players are standing on the court, ready to jump ball. The referees are waiting on something. So let's see what happens here. Let me turn my volume up a bit. And the jump ball is up, and the Sparks win possession. And we are underway with the second game of our doubleheader here. Kelsey Plum wide open for 3, and she starts off immediately, knocks down the 3. I don't know how she got so wide open so early, but Kelsey Plum knocks down the 3. Natasha Cloud with the ball. Cloud over to Sabrina. Down to Jonquel. Jonquel, one leg fall away and shoots over Hamby and scores. Jonquel Jones, the first scorer for the Liberty. Jonquel Jones got one black sneaker and one white sneaker. Julie Alamon for 3, and she misses that one. Rebound goes to Jonquel. It looks so weird. It looks like she has a boot on her foot. That's confusing me. Jonquel with the ball. Steps back for a 3, and she knocks that down. So Jonquel with a quick 5. 5-3. She steps into the 3. Nobody comes up on her, and she knocks it down. Alamon over to Azare Stevens. Stevens with the ball. Picks up her dribble out to Alamon. Alamon gets it over to Plum. Plum gets downhill, throws up the floater, and somehow banks it in. Kelsey Plum with 5. Jonquel Jones with 5. It's 5-5. Ball down to Phoebich. Phoebich gets it to a rolling Mieseman floater off the glass, and Mieseman banks it in. So a good start for the Liberty here, 7-5. Hutch said that's her 3-point shooting boot. Mom, it's on My 9 on YouTube TV. My 9. Hamby over to Rickea Jackson, wide open for 3, and she misses. Long rebound to Mieseman over to Cloud. Cloud drops it off to Jonquel. Down to Mieseman against Alamon. Spins on her Belgian teammate and scores. If you didn't know, Emma Mieseman is Belgian, and she's playing against the 2 Belgians, Van Loo and Alamon, the 2 Belgians she won the Eurobasket title with last month. And Kelsey Plum with the travel here. So 7:58 to go. Liberty ball here. Natasha Cloud with the ball. It's 9-5. Liberty on top. Cloud gets it over to Phoebich. Cloud finds Sabrina. Sabrina down to Jonquel. They're starting to put Jonquel in the post some more. Jonquel in the post against Hamby. Spins. One leg fall away again and gets fouled there by Hamby. And Jonquel Jones will go to the line. Oh, Jonquel Jones will go to the line for 2 free throws. HUD says she only used 2 pivot feet. So Jonquel Jones with the first 5 points of the game for the Liberty. She's at the line for 2 more, and she rattles in and out the free throw. Got to knock down your free throws. They're free for a reason. 9-5. And Jonquel for the second. She knocks down the second. So it's 10-5 right now. 10-5 is the score. Alamon with the ball, guarded by Sabrina, left side of the floor. Gets it up to Rickea. Rickea comes off that screen. Rickea steps back for 3, and she misses. Fight for the rebound, gets tipped out by Stevens to Alamon. Hamby in the post against Fibich. Hamby spins, goes up, gets blocked by Fibich. She gets the rebound as well. And Fibich lazily dribbling the ball and gets it tipped out of her hand. Gotta be more aware. I'll see Chris Paul here on the sidelines. They're showing a replay of that block by Leonie Fibich. Ball in play here with Sabrina Ionescu. It's 10-5 here. Sabrina finds the rolling Jones, goes up and lays it in over Azare Stevens. So Jonquel Jones getting involved early and often here. New York on a 7-0 run to start. Kelsey Plum downhill, goes up and quick scoops the layup over Leonie Fibich. 12-7. Sabrina, corner to Cloud. Continue to prod in the paint. Got it over to Sabrina, left side of the floor, guarded by Stevens. Sabrina on the drive, finds Emma. Emma fall away jump shot on the cut, and she scores. Emma Miesemann up to 6 points here, excuse me. Leonie Fibich guarding Rickea Jackson over to Hamby. Hamby attacks Jonquel Jones, goes up for the layup, and scoops it under Jonquel's hand and scores. It's back and forth here, 14-9. Sabrina with the ball, gets it over to Emma. Over to Natasha. Natasha gets into the paint. Foul line jump shot is up, too strong, and the Sparks get the rebound. Plum with the ball, gets it over to Alamon. Alamon over to Stevens. Stevens over to Plum. Plum on the drive, gets cut off. Rickea Jackson, corner 3, and she knocks it down. Knocks down the corner 3, Rickea Jackson, and it's 14-12. Cloud gets it to Miesemann. Miesemann to a rolling Fibich, and Fibich with the left-hand lay. Good 2-woman game there by Fibich and Miesemann. Alamon with the ball. 16-12 before 5 minutes to go in this quarter. Azare Stevens steps back for a 3, and she buries it. Stevens with a 3, and it's back to a 1-point game. 16-15. New York has to get out on those bigs that can shoot. Azare Stevens and Miesemann. Oh, she almost loses the ball. Alamon almost gets the steal. Cloud pump fakes, steps in, takes a long 2, and she knocks down the top of the key 2 for Natasha Cloud. 18-15. Rickea Jackson on the attack on Fibich. They send a late double over to Hamby. Hamby on the drive, steps through, gets fouled, and she'll go to the line. So it'll be Dearica Hamby at the line for 2 free throws. First one is up, and she misses. Hamby is 60% free throw shooter. She had the game winner or the game sealer on Sunday against the Seattle Storm in that comeback win. She hits the second free throw. 18-16, 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. And Jonquel Jones, they call a foul on Plum holding Fibich. Jonquel threw a bullet pass. You got to throw it high. She's 6'4". Throw it a little higher to Fibich. But we have our first stoppage. 18-16 New York. 4:56 to go in the first quarter. All right, let me get the box score loaded up really quickly. All right, so we are at a break in play right now. 18-16 is the score. Liberty on top. Keep doing that. There we go. Let's lock this up. 18-16 is the score. I'm going to scroll down to the box score. Leonie Fibich with 2. You got 6 for Meeseman, 8 for Jones, 2 for Cloud. Sabrina hasn't taken a shot yet, but she does have 3 assists. For the Sparks, you have Hamby with 3, Rickea with 3, Azare with 3, and Plum with 7. So that's the scoring so far in this one. That is the scoring so far. Salute to everybody in the chat. We got a nice crowd here for this second game. 50 plus in the chat. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new here. It's the second game of the night that we're doing. We did the Fever and Dallas game, which was a good one. Came down to the final seconds. Hopefully, I'm super biased here. I hope the Liberty blow this team out. But for the watch along sake, I hope it's close and the Liberty win. Con Landing, what's going on? LA are 10-3 since losing to New York on July 3rd, the day Julie Van Loo waited outside Barclays to get in. Oh, that's interesting. We'll take a look at the standings as well. The LA Sparks are 9th seed right now. With a win, they would move into 8th seed because they have the head-to-head advantage over the Seattle Storm, who are freefalled from being up near the top down to 8th place. Okay. Oh man, my thing ain't working. Hold on. Configuration. All right. What's that? Hold on. Some of my stuff got disconnected. There we go. All right, ball coming back in play here shortly. It's 18-16. It was a foul on Plum on that last play. Liberty to inbound here. Natasha Cloud over here talking to Chris Paul's wife and kids who are behind her. They get the ball into Meeseman, over to John Quell. John Quell with the ball, over to Sabrina. Rickea Jackson falls down, finds Meeseman. Corner to Cloud. Cloud, corner 3 is good. Natasha Cloud, if she can continue to hit those threes, the Liberty will be even more dangerous. 21-16. Plum with the ball, over to Stevens. Left side to Rickea. Rickea gets cut off, over to Hamby. Hamby looking for Plum. Hamby still with it. Hamby tries to attack Jones, goes corner to Azare Stevens. Corner 3, and she misses. Jonquel Jones with the rebound. Jonquel over to Cloud. Terrible pass. The Sparks have the steal. Rickea Jackson with the ball. She gets stripped by Natasha Cloud. Handoff from Jones to Sabrina. Back to Jones. Jones, left side to Emma Meeseman, looking for Fibich, gets it to Fibich. Fibich loads up for a deep 3 and misses. Rebound by Rickea. Ball over to Stevens in the corner, up top to Alamon. Alamon dancing behind the screen, picks up her dribble, over to Stevens. Stevens drives right by Jones and lays it in. That's the thing with Jonquel. If you get her out on the perimeter, she doesn't have the foot speed to keep up most times. 21-18. Fibich with the ball. Tries to drive on Rickea. Does. Left hand lay is up and good. Left hand lay on the right hand side for Leonie Fibich. And it's 23-18. Ball with Plum. Plum gets it over to Hamby. Hamby corner to Rickea. Rickea for 3. And she knocks it down again. Liberty letting the 3-point shooters get open. And it's 23-21, high scoring first quarter. Sabrina gets it to Jonquel. Jonquel tries to feed in a dangerous pass, gets it to Sabrina, over to Meeseman for 3, and Rickea with the rebound. Liberty going away from what worked. Now they're now playing on the perimeter. Kelsey Plum tries to drive, gets cut off by Sabrina. Picks up her dribble, over to Rickea. Rickea steps back for 3. Way too strong. The ball bounces right to Hamby, and it's a tie game. 23-23. Tie game here. Cloud with the ball. Cloud drives. Oh, to Jones. Jones, handoff to Feebage. Feebage on the drive gets the ball stripped, but Mieseman picks it up. Mieseman tries to get it into Feebage. He gets tipped, but Cloud with the ball over to Mieseman. Mieseman, does she get it off in time? They're going to review that. They're going to score it now, but they're going to review it. Mieseman finishes the layup. 25-23. Kelsey Plum on the drive, goes reverse, gets fouled, and won. Kelsey Plum. She'll go to the line for the three-point play. So Plum at the line for the free throw to give the Sparks the lead again. I think those stats are wrong on Kelsey Plum. I think she's averaging like 19. Kelsey Plum knocks down the free throw for the three-point play. The Sparks have the lead. 26-25. Cloud gets it over to Feebage. Over to Marine Johannes, who's checked in for Sabrina. Mieseman in the paint. Finds a cutting Cloud. Cloud drops it off, and it looks like it went off Rickea Jackson's leg and out of bounds. Yeah, Cameron Brink is in the game. Brink, Ray Burrell have subbed in. 9 seconds to go here in the game. Marine Johannes with the ball on the shot clock. Marine Johannes off the screen for three, going to her left, knocks down to three, and the Liberty retake the lead, 28-26. Alamon with the ball. Over to Plum. Liberty in a bit of a zone here, and Cloud almost gets the steal. Alamon picks it up. Left side of the floor here, 10 on the clock. Alamon over to Burrell. Burrell tries to drive out to Plum. Plum pump fakes, gets into the teeth, corner to Cam Brink for three, and she shoots an air ball. Steph Talbot with the rebound. Feebage over to Cloud. Feebage down to Feebage out to Mieseman. Mieseman stops, reverse, shoots over Brink, doesn't go. Brink with the rebound. That's going to be a tough matchup there for Emma. Cam Brink is very mobile on the perimeter. Cam Brink crossover into the paint, throws it out to Rickea. Rickea with the ball, tries to cross over, pulls up for the midi, and knocks it down. Rickea Jackson with the midi. That was nice. 28-28. Cloud with the ball. Cloud to Mieseman. Mieseman wide open for the mid-range jump shot. In and out. Mieseman, it just rattles out there. Plum with the rebound. Plum on the attack. Gets all the way downhill. Keeps the pivot foot down. It rolls off. And Cam Brink somehow gets the rebound over two players and scores. 30-28 here. Cloud with the ball. Shot clock is sort of off here. 10 seconds to go. 9, 8. Cloud with the ball. Drives. Hezzy moves. Gets downhill. Scoop. And misses. Tip. Mieseman gets it. Throws it up at the buzzer. And scores. And that's how the quarter ends. So at the end of one, a high-scoring first quarter. 30-30. Jeez. 30 apiece. 60 points total in that first quarter between these two teams. Wow. Let's take a look at the box scores right quick. 30-30. Defense optional here in this one. Take a look at New York. Leonie Feebage with 4 points on 2 of 3 shooting. You got Emma Mieseman with a team-high 10 points on 5 of 8 shooting. 8 points for Jonquel Jones. 5 for Natasha Cloud. Sabrina didn't take a shot in that first quarter. Did have 3 assists. 3 points for Marine Johannes off the bench. Liberty shooting 68% from the field. 60% from 3. 1 for 2 from the line. Los Angeles, Rickea Jackson with 8 points. You got 5 from Hamby, 5 from Stevens, 10 from Plum to lead their team in scoring, and you have 2 for Cameron Brink, 2 points and 2 rebounds. They're shooting 60% from the field, 40% from 3. So a high scoring first quarter so far. High scoring first quarter. Stars Mello says 60 total points is crazy. Yeah, I know. Big boy Dwally, salute. New to the chat, salute. Thanks for joining. Appreciate that. Johnny says, how much is a Liberty game ticket? I'm a season ticket holder, so
let's go.
I don't. It varies. Salute for the sub, big boy Dwally. Salute. Salute. Maddox says, shorthanded Liberty doing well versus a healthy Sparks. Listen, it's only 1 quarter. Can the Liberty withstand 3 more quarters of this? Remember, the third quarter is their Achilles heel where they start to falter. So games are not won in the first quarter. Derek says, game being played at the Sparks place. Glad I took the over. Yeah, they think they tend to score a lot of points at home. Buelow, what's going on? Glad to see you back in the chat. I'm all good. Hoping the Liberty can get a win this evening. It is currently 10:22 p.m. here on the East Coast. So looking at a after midnight time schedule to get to bed. But hopefully the Liberty can send me to bed with a win. Salute for the people who subbed up already. We do watch-alongs all season long. I think they took 2 points off the board. That Emma Mieseman layup that was at the buzzer at the end of the shot clock on an earlier possession has been wiped off the board. So it's 28-30. So it was 58 total points in that first quarter, not 60. They took 2 points off the board for Emma Mieseman. Second quarter about to start here. It will be Liberty ball. It wasn't a no, it was an earlier shot, Derek, not the one that she shot at the end of the quarter. It was like midway through the quarter. Ball in play here with the Liberty. Sabrina comes off the screen for 3. Her first shot is up and good. Sabrina off the screen, pulls up dead-eye 3, top of the key. Liberty retake the lead, 31-30. Julie Van Loo is checked into the game for Julie Alamon. Azare Stevens gets it to Ray Burrell. Ray Burrell gets downhill, out to Van Loo, up top to Plum. Down to Cam Brink. Cam Brink, hand off to Burrell, and Burrell smokes it. Cam Brink had the layup, but gave it to Burrell, and Burrell smokes the reverse layup. Sabrina comes off the screen, gets it to John Quell. John Quell, another 3, short. Rebound to Burrell. Burrell on the run here. Burrell drives at Sabrina, goes up with the right-hand scoop, and misses. Rebecca Gardner is checked in, and she gets the rebound. Rebecca over to John Quell. Left side to Marine. Marine comes off that screen. Marine keeps the dribble alive. No look to Talbot in the corner for 3. The ex-Spark misses. Marine gets the rebound. Sabrina pump fakes. Resets. 3 is up, and she misses again. Rebound to Cam Brink. Over to Kelsey Plum. Kelsey Plum gets downhill, hangs, and rattles it in. No interior defense there. And Cam Brink goes coast to coast and lays it right in. Sparks retake the lead, 32-31. Gets it over to Marine. Marine back to Sabrina. Sabrina comes off the screen, out to John Quell. John Quell, top of the key 3, and John Quell knocks down the 3. Her second 3 of the game. Liberty retake the lead, 34-32. Yeah, Leslie Jones is a regular there at the Sparks games. Ball down to Azare. Over to Ray Burrell. Ray Burrell tries to answer, and she does. Ray Burrell answers with a 3. So Sparks and Liberty just trading buckets here. It's 35-34. Steph Talbot with the ball. She drives, throws it out to John Quell. John Quell, left corner 3, and she knocks down the third 3. John Quell Jones firing away. Let's go, John Quell. Liberty retake the lead, 37-35. Plum tries to answer, and she misses. Sabrina with the rebound. Sabrina over to Jonquel. Jonquel with the ball. Picks up her dribble. Gets it to Marine. Marine, corner three. Oh, halfway down and out. Azare Stevens with the rebound. Julie Van Loo on the run here. Julie over to Kelsey. Kelsey, crossover. Tries to get into the paint. Gets cut off. Bad pass gets deflected by Gardner, but Plum picks it back up. 12 on the shot clock. Finds Azare. Azare wide open at the elbow. Long two is off. Jonquel Jones lazy on the rebound. Doesn't get it. Ray Burrell drive to the basket and earns a trip to the line. Jonquel Jones lazy on that rebound, and Ray Burrell snatches it right out of her hand. It's a shootout for real, Hutch. It's a literal shootout. Jonquel up to 14 points on 3 made 3. She's on my fantasy team, so I'm glad she's showing out. It's playoff week in fantasy, so I need all the points I can get. Ray Burrell first free throw is short. And there's no defense here. Jonquel gets her first rest of the game. The Liberty are shorthanded on bigs today. So Jonquel was the only, and Mieseman are the only two bigs available. Mieseman checks in for Jones. Ray Burrell's second free throw is up and good. Ball in play here with the Liberty. 37-36 New York. Marine gets it over to Emma. Emma back to Marine. Top of the key here. Marine comes off the screen, steps to the side, gets it over to Sabrina. Sabrina drives off the screen over to Emma. Emma, top of the key here. Emma spins on Azare, fakes, throws it corner to Beck Gardner. Gardner crossover with 2 seconds. Gardner spins, gets it off, and she misses. Gets her own rebound. Dribbles and turns back into traffic and turns it over. Outlet over to Ashley Barker for 3. And rebound to the Liberty. I haven't seen Sarah Ashley Barker on the court for the Sparks in a while. Sabrina with the crossover. Pulls up for the midi and scores. Sabrina left to right crossover. Midi from the right elbow is good. 39-36. Julie Van Loo with the ball. Crosses half court over to Azare. Azare back to Van Loo. Goes cross court to Azare. Azare up top to Burrell. Burrell drives on Marine. Marine gets a nice strip. It stays with the Sparks. Good hands by Marine. And we have a timeout by the Sparks on the floor. New York up 39-36. Defense optional here in this one. So 39-36 is the score. 39-36. It is the second quarter. I don't know. Oh, my button's not working. It's the second quarter, y'all. I got to reset everything. Not everything, but I got to fix that. Game 2. Second quarter. That button's not working. All right, second quarter, y'all. My bad. Let me see if I can go in right quick and fix this. I don't know why that got disconnected. There we go here. Oh, I see what happened. I gotta go back in here. Let me get token. Oh, no. There we go. Let me see if all these. All right, that works. 1 second, y'all. I'm just trying to fix some things here on my end. Appreciate you guys hanging out for the stream. Cool. I think we should be good now. Second quarter. So it's 5:54 to go in the second quarter. Let's take a look at the box score. 39-36 is the score. Liberty outscoring the Sparks 11-6 in the second quarter. We got Emma Mieseman with 8 points. You got 4 for Leonie Fibich, 14 for Jonquel Jones, 5 for Sabrina and Cloud. Marine off the bench with 3. Talbot and Gardner yet to score. Liberty only 2 turnovers so far, so they're taking care of the ball at the moment. For the Sparks, you got Rickea Jackson with 8, 5 for Hamby, 5 for Stevens, 12 for Plum, none for Alamon yet. You got 4 for Burrell and 2 for Cam Brink. Looking at the chat, Pam says Mieseman is so good at real presence. Yeah, once she gets even more comfortable It'll be good once she starts getting that mid-range game dropping like she does overseas. We'll be good with those pick and pops. Beulah said it'll be hard for the Liberty tomorrow, second night. Yeah, that's why they have to win tonight. Gotta win tonight, and then worry about tomorrow when tomorrow comes. Tudor said we need this win given we go up first aces tomorrow, and they've been hot. Yeah. All right, 39-36 is the score. They're focusing on Jonquel Jones, who's been hot, but the ball movement has been good for the Liberty. They've been moving the ball. You got to remember to continue to get Jonquel Jones down in the paint. Good things happen, even though she's knocking down threes right now. Liberty Sparks with the ball. They get it in. Rebecca Gardner almost gets the steal. Sarah Ashley Barker in the corner, and the shot clock violation by the Sparks. Good defense there by the Liberty. 39-36. Ball in play with the Liberty and Sabrina Ionescu. All 5 of her points here in this second quarter. Emma Mieseman with the ball. They call a foul here. I don't know who that's on. Foul is on somebody. 39-36. 5:40 to go. Ball into Sabrina. Sabrina comes off the screen. Gets it over to Emma. Over to Marine in the corner. Marine pump fakes. Relocates for 3. Short. And who's that? Alamon with the rebound. Alamon over to Ashley Barker. Gets it down to Hamby in the post against Sabrina. Picks up her dribble. Tries to step through. Bumps off and misses. Fight for the rebound. Sabrina secures it. Sabrina, left side of the floor here. Looks to attack Ashley Barker. Hand off to Marine. Up top to Mieseman. Mieseman with the ball. Drives left. Picks up her dribble. Goes up top to Steph Talbot. Finds Sabrina. Right side of the floor. Comes off the screen. Sabrina down the lane. Gets the ball hit. And lost the handle. Azarae Stevens gets it over to Ray Burrell. Layup is up. And good. Defense to offense for the Sparks there. Marine over to Mieseman. Left side to Sabrina. Sabrina tells Talbot to go away. Mieseman back to Sabrina. Sabrina rescreen over to Talbot. Over to Marine. Touch pass to Gardner. Gardner, corner 3. Rebecca Gardner, right corner 3, right in front of Sparks bench. Her first basket of the game. Ball movement. Decision making has been good. Ashley Barker gets the ball stolen there by Marine. Sabrina with the ball. Sabrina not paying attention and gets the ball stolen from behind. And Ashley Barker smokes the layup. Sabrina with the ball. Finds Marine. And then a no look to the, I don't know what. It's just, I don't know. Marine just throws it into the floor there. Ball and play here with the Sparks. 42-38. That was Sarah Ashley Barker really smoked that. That was crazy. And then she's out the game now. Plum checks back into the game here for the Sparks. Over to Stevens. Stevens gets it over to Rickea Jackson. Euro steps through the lane and hands it off to Stevens, who lays it in. Sabrina had fallen down. And it's an easy layup there. 42-40. Leonie Fiebers down the lane. Right-hand layup is good for Leonie. She's being aggressive tonight. How many rebounds by who? What do you mean, how many rebounds? What, total rebounds? Like, what are you looking for? Liberty ball. Total rebounds. 14 for the Liberty, 13 for the Los Angeles Sparks. Ball down to Jonquel. She has it. Somebody's open. Cloud over to Fiebich. Corner to Marine. Marine for 3. And Marine knocks down the right wing 3. Timeout Sparks. Liberty up to a 7-point lead. So Marine knocks down 2 threes. Largest lead of the game for the Liberty, 47-40. Good things happen when you have Jonquel Jones in the paint instead of just playing on the perimeter like I've seen her do a lot this season. Let's take a look at the box score and the team stats right quick so everybody can see the stats. Score is 47-40. Liberty outscoring the Sparks 19-10 in the quarter. Now, New York. Emma Mieseman with 8 points and 3 rebounds, 2 assists. 6 for Leonie Fibich with 2 assists. You got 14 for Jonquel Jones. Sabrina with 5 points. Does have 2 turnovers. Has to have some more court awareness. She dribbles and not worrying about people behind her. Gets the ball stripped from behind. She does have 4 assists, though. Natasha Cloud with 5 points, all in that first quarter. 6 for Maureen Johannes, 3 for Rebecca Gardner. That's 9 points off the bench. Liberty have 14 rebounds as a team. They're shooting 61% from the field, 53% from 3. And they have 5 turnovers. Just have to keep the turnovers down. For the Sparks, you have Hamby with 5, 8 for Rickea Jackson, 7 for Stevens, 12 for Plum, none for Alaman yet. Ray Burrell with 6 off the bench, 2 for Cameron Brink with 3 rebounds, and none for Van Loo and Ashley Barker. They're shooting 50% from the field, 38% from 3, 60% from the line. They have 13 rebounds as a team. They have 4 turnovers, so the Liberty have 1 more turnover than them. Joseph says, can the Liberty hit 100 points full game? I mean, at the rate it's going, possible, but knowing my team, I know that third quarter has been an Achilles heel where they can't score, so I'm a little leery of that. I like how the ball is moving, though. I like how the ball is moving so far. Just need the defense to come along for the ride now. Gotta communicate. Gotta be verbal out there. Salute to everybody here in the chat. We got a nice crowd here. Make sure you fill out the poll. Who do you think is going to win this game? If you're new here, make sure you leave a like, subscribe. I do watch-alongs all WNBA season long. This is my 3rd season doing it. This is our 2nd one of the day. We did the earlier game, and now we're here for this one. All right, broadcast coming back. It's 3:04 to go. My clock is a little fast. 3:04 to go. Ball in play, 47-40 right now. Rickea Jackson with the ball. Rickea Jackson comes off the screen, guarded by Jonquel, out to Azare Stevens. Back to Rickea. Rickea, no hesitation, 3 is off. Jonquel dives in for the rebound here. Gets it over to Sabrina. Plum needs to hit 35. I hope not. This is when my biases come out, people. I'm a Liberty fan. I don't need nobody getting 35 on us. The Cloud in the corner. Cloud with 5 on the clock. Down to Jonquel. Back out to Cloud. Back to Jonquel. Jonquel, 1 leg fall away. Rolls out. Azare Stevens with the rebound. Didn't really like that possession. Plum with the rebound. Plum with the ball, excuse me. Right side of the floor. Gets it over to Hamby. Hamby picks up her dribble. Gets it over to Plum. Plum comes off that screen. Back to Hamby on the roll. Hamby keeps hold of it and scores. 47-42. Marine gets it over to Jonquel. Over to Cloud. Cloud back out to Jonquel. Left side to Sabrina. Corner to Marine. Marine wide open for 3. And she misses. Marine got to knock those down. The wide open ones. Plum gets it over to Azare. Touch pass down to Hamby. Wide open. No communication. Sandy Brondello calls a timeout. Hamby is 2nd in the W in field goal percentage. She runs the floor, gets wide open under the basket, nobody rotating over, and it's an easy layup for Dearica Hamby. New York just gets away from what was working, and they get lazy and then don't hustle back on defense. The other team comes down and gets easy layups. We're in a. They didn't go to commercial, but they're sticking it with the game as the Liberty took that timeout. 47-44. Dearica Hamby up to 9 points. Kelsey Plum leads the way with 12 for the Sparks. Jonquil still with 14. Leonie Fibich with 6. Tudo, I hope not. I hope. Liberty playing with 8 players. All right, so this is the Liberty's upcoming schedule they have here. They play tomorrow in Vegas at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Then they play Saturday in Minnesota at 2 p.m. August 19th against Minnesota again, and then Chicago at 47-44. Ball over to Sabrina. Sabrina wide open for 3, and Sabrina off that off that out of timeout play knocks down the right wing 3. 50-44. Rickea Jackson with the ball down to Hamby. Hamby guarded by Jones. Gets it over to Alamon. Corner to Plum. Plum with the ball guarded tightly by Cloud. Plum tries to get around with 4 on the clock. Crossover. Crossover back left. Up top to Hamby. Hamby for 3. Misses. Rickea gets the offensive rebound. Foul by Cloud. $50-44. 1:03 to go here in this second quarter. Alamon to inbound. Gets it into Hamby. Back to Alamon. Alamon dribbles out to the 3-point line. Gets it over to Hamby. Right side to Plum. Plum on an island with Jones. Crosses over. Plum doesn't recognize the shot clock was expiring, and it's a shot clock violation. Liberty forced a turnover. So there's 6th turnover of the game for the Sparks here. 50-44. Leonie Fibich to inbound in the backcourt here. Gets it into Cloud. Cloud gets the screen from Mieseman. Gets it back to Mieseman. Mieseman against Plum. Back out to Cloud. Back down to Mieseman. Mieseman fall away over Plum. Off balance and misses. Hamby with the rebound. Hamby picks up her dribble. Gets it over to Stevens. Stevens over to Hamby. Hamby with the ball. And gets the ball stolen by Leonie Fibich. Leonie Fibich gets it over to Sabrina. Sabrina slows it down. Shot clock is off. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. Sabrina dribbling out by half court. Guarded by Azare. Sabrina blows by Azare Stevens. Jump pass to Fibich in the corner for 3. Air ball. Mieseman rebound. Put back. Misses. Azare Stevens rebound. And that's how the quarter ends. So at the end of the half, Liberty 50, Sparks 44. Offense is definitely quieted down from that first quarter. Liberty outscored the Sparks 22-14 in that second quarter. Let's get ready for halftime. Damn, I feel like that one went by pretty quickly, but it is 45 minutes of real time. So just about equal. There, let's get ready for halftime, people. Let's do halftime. There we go. Halftime is up. And let's get the timer started here. 15 minutes for halftime. 15 minutes. Let's take a look at the box score. 50-44 at the half. Liberty got outscored 30-28 in the first. They outscored the Sparks 22-14 in the second. Got New York. You got Emma Mieseman with 8 points. Started off hot, quieted off a little bit. Does have 4 rebounds and 2 assists. Leonie Fibich with 6 points. 0 for 2 from 3, however. 14 for Jonquil Jones with 4 rebounds. You got 8 for Sabrina Ionescu with 4 assists. and Cloud with 5 points. Marine Johannes with 6 on 2 of 5 shooting from 3. 3 for Rebecca Gardner, none for Talbot. Liberty shooting 54% from the field, 50% from 3, 9 of 18 shooting. They've only been to the line twice. They're 1 for 2. For the Sparks, Hamby with 9 points. You got Rickea Jackson with 8, 7 for Stevens, 12 for Plum, and none for Alamon. Ray Burrell with 6 off the bench, 2 for Cam Brink with 3 rebounds, none for Van Loo and Ashley Barker. They're shooting 50% from the field, 33% from 3. Looking at the turnover battle, is 5-5. I thought it was more. I thought the Sparks had 6. Let me look at another stat sheet here. They have 5 turnovers for the Liberty. Oh no, it's 5 apiece. 5 turnovers each. Hutch says time flies when no one plays defense. Yeah, you might be right, my friend. You might be right. So that's the box score of this game, people. That's the box score of this one and the team stats there. Let me look at the team stats on ESPN. They're saying total turnovers. See, on ESPN it has a different story. Total turnovers is 7 for the Sparks, 6 for the Liberty. The Liberty have conceded 7 points off of their 6 turnovers. The Sparks have conceded 4 points off of their 7 turnovers. So Liberty have to take care of the basketball. It should have been more if Ashley Barker didn't miss that easy layup. But listen, it is what it is. Sparks beating the Liberty in the paint 24-16. So Liberty have to clean that up, and the Sparks are winning the rebounding battle 18-16. So Liberty have a couple things to address here. Let's take a quick look at the standings. So these are the current standings in the WNBA. Let me refresh, make sure it's updated as possible. So Minnesota Lynx have that X means they've clinched a playoff berth. So even if they lose the rest of their games, they will make the playoffs, which they won't lose the rest of their games. Liberty are at 20-11. You got the Dream tied with them at 20-11. So if the Liberty lose, they'll drop down to 3rd seed. Phoenix with a 19-12 record in 4th. You got the Vegas Aces with 18-14 in 5th, tied with the Fever. Actually, the Aces overtake the Fever with the Fever's loss today. The Aces move into 5th. The Aces are 18-14. The Fever are 18-15. Golden State holding on to 7th seed with 16-15 record. The Storm all the way down in 8th with a 16-16 record. LA want to win tonight. If they win, they'll move into 8th. But they're currently in 9th with a 15-16 record. 14-17 for the Washington Mystics. And then the bottom of the barrel teams, 9 wins, 8 wins, and 5 wins for the Wings, Sky, and Sun. Derek says, going to be a great second half. Plum and Ionescu put up good second half numbers. Hopefully Sabrina puts up better second half numbers than Plum. All right, y'all. So that's the schedule right now. We'll take a look at the upcoming schedule. Let me see if I can get that loaded up for us. For those who missed the last stream. All right, cool. So let's publish this. So upcoming schedule, people. Let me go back. I'm all the way on Sunday. Let's go back to tomorrow. So tomorrow's games. There's 4 games on tomorrow. You got the Sky and the Sun. That'll be on League Pass. Bottom of the barrel teams going at it. You got the Valkyries and the Mystics going at it. Valkyries trying to hold on to their seeding. Valkyries trying to hold on to their seeding. Mystics, I don't know if they want to win and make the playoffs or lose, but they're gonna give it all they got with those rookies over there. New York and Vegas play tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. I will be trying to stream this game if I get home in time. Then you have the Dream and the Storm at 10 p.m. Dream looking to beat the Storm. No games on Thursday, August 14th. There we go. And then on Friday, We have a slate of games, 5 games. You have the Mystics and the Fever, Golden State and Chicago, LA and Dallas, Seattle and Atlanta, and Vegas and Phoenix. Those games are all on Ion. You can also catch them on League Pass if you're not in the area where the game is being showed, because blackout restrictions still do apply. And on Saturday, there's only one game. New York plays Minnesota on CBS. Minnesota hasn't played or will not have played since Sunday in New York. They have this whole week off until Saturday, so they have 6 days off until they play New York, while New York plays 2 games in between. So we'll see. New York needs to win these 2, and then whatever happens Saturday happens. Sunday, another full slate of games. Fever in Connecticut, LA and Washington, Dallas versus Vegas, Phoenix and Seattle, Atlanta and Golden State. Hutch Game said if the Mystics win versus Golden State and Indy, they can climb back into the playoff picture. Yeah, you're right. My only thing is I don't know what they want to do, if they want to make the playoffs or not. But they've been trading like they want to tank. So that's the thing. It's confusing. It's conflicting. Very conflicting. Rick T says Sparks win. Sparks win tonight? I hope not. I hope not. All right, so that's the upcoming schedule all the way through Sunday. On Sunday, we will be streaming 1 or 2 of these games. I'll have to see which game we'll do. But we'll definitely probably do the Phoenix and Seattle game. Probably do the 2 late games. We'll see. I'll figure it out. We got about 7 minutes until halftime is over, according to the in-arena clock they have showing right now. KG Visual, salute. Liberty third quarter money line, Sparks fourth quarter money line, Sparks full game money line. Man, hopefully the Liberty can accomplish that money line there, because they be walling in the third quarter. They be acting like they don't know how to hoop in most third quarters. All right, 50-44 is the score. Rick T talk about tanking. He said if you wanted to look at the Dallas Indiana game, Dallas was tanking. Yeah, might have a point there. I mean, it depends. Nobody knows for sure if a team intentionally wants to lose, or they just put themselves in bad positions where they will lose. I don't think the players intentionally tank. It just happens that bad decisions are made constantly, that you end up with a team that loses multiple games in a row. They're talking about the first half stats here. New York out assisting and out blocking the Sparks, out shooting them from 3-point range, but they are getting out rebounded by 2. Hopefully the third quarter is better for the Liberty. They are not a good third quarter team as long as this super team era has been around. They're very streaky in the third quarter. They'll start off good and then fold. They always talk about they took their foot off the gas for I don't know why. Or the other team just comes out being more aggressive. Yeah, Albert. What's up, Albert? I think I saw you in Eric, the Gotta Get Up chat. Salute. The schedule between Minnesota and the Liberty game is criminal, should be investigated. Yeah. It's funny because we had our 5 or 6 game break like the second week of the season. The Minnesota Lynx get it at an opportune time, right in the dog days of the season, where everybody's tired and there's no time for practice and stuff. Yeah, KG, you're right. That's what I'm saying. Players don't tank. Organizations probably tank. Players want to win. Exactly. Management wants to tank. Players want to win because You wanna players been competitive their whole life. They don't want to go into a team to lose so that they can draft a high draft pick. Current players don't care about high draft picks. They want to win if they can. But it's always management behind the scenes looking for the next best thing, you know? So that's just the way it is. Word to Tupac. 50-44. We got about 4 minutes left of halftime. Salute to everybody in the chat. Write in your comments. I will end this poll before the third quarter starts. So if you haven't voted already in the poll on YouTube, make sure you get those votes in. Make sure you leave a like on the stream if you're here and you like the content. Subscribe if you're new here. We're on the road to 1,300 subs. We're at 1,220. So let's get the subs up. Appreciate all the support. Drink some water. I've been talking a lot. Fight the management. That's funny, Sarah. Right, just waiting for the third quarter to start. If you're just joining, it was a hot starting first quarter, as you can see, 30-28, and then the second quarter cooled off, 22-14. I need the Liberty to go back to the way they started the game, getting Jonquel Jones in the post and playing out of that. After that, they started getting into more dribble handoff on the perimeter instead of getting back down into the post where things were working well. Rick T says NFL and NBA are the tanking leagues. Yeah, NFL definitely, because it's guaranteed in the NFL if you have the worst record, you get the number one pick, right? NBA is lottery, WNBA is lottery. All right, looks like the broadcast is coming back. Let me turn my volume on. Let's get ready for the third quarter. Leaders in three-point shooting this season, the Liberty have 2 of the top 5. Kennedy Burke at 47.5%. Jonquel Jones with 45%. Then you have Tahina Pow Cunningham. Oh, Liberty have 3 of the top 5 leaders in three-point percentage. Burke, Jonquel, and Phoebich. NFL teams by week 8, week 7, teams are tanking already. All right, so we got about a minute until halftime is over. Thanks for everybody for sticking around for the halftime report. See a couple Liberty fans here in the crowd. A young girl with a Liberty sign. All right, so halftime coming to a close here. It will be Liberty ball to start. They're trying to get Sabrina's attention with the signs. They have a sign with Sabrina's name on it. Streaming the second half. I won't put it on the screen if that's what you're asking, Rob, but I will be talking about it. Third quarter about to start here. Halftime is now over. Ball in play here. 50-44 Liberty ball. Cloud with the ball over to Phoebich. Phoebich, top of the key here. Gets it to Mieseman. Mieseman wide open and lays it in. What a play to start the third quarter. Liberty up 52-44. Rick T, yes, I am from New York, my friend. And Natasha Cloud almost gets to steal. Liberty in a zone right now. Gets it over to Azare Stevens. Stevens with the ball. Gets it over to Rickea. Rickea over to Plum. Corner to Alamon. Back to Plum. Ball deflected by Mieseman and tips it out of bounds with 4 on the clock. Born and raised in New York. Alamanta inbound from the corner by her bench. Looking to get it in. Gets it into Hamby. Hamby down to Stevens. Stevens goes up and misses. Miesemann with the rebound. Gets it over to Sabrina. Left side of the floor. Sabrina attacks left. Finds Jonquel. Jonquel for a three. And Jonquel keeps firing from three. Jonquel Jones from three. That's her third three of the night. Fourth three of the night, excuse me. Liberty with the largest lead of the night, 55-44. Hamby goes up for the floater, misses. Jonquel Jones with the rebound, over to Sabrina. Sabrina with the ball, looking to add to this lead. Over to Jonquel. Jonquel over to Cloud. Cloud with the ball. Has Jonquel Jones. They don't get it to her fast enough. They switch back to Azare. Sabrina down to Miesemann. Out to Cloud. Cloud for three now. Cloud misses. Hamby with the rebound. Plum gets on her horse. Plum down the lane, throws up the floater, draws the foul, and will go to the line for 2 free throws. So Plum back to the line for 2 free throws. 17 for Jonquel on 4 made threes. Does have 5 rebounds. Plum knocks down the first free throw. Back to a 10-point game here. Plum with 13. Plum, second one is up, and she knocks it down. So 55-46, Natasha Cloud with the ball. Crosses half court here. Cloud picks up her dribble stupidly, gets it over to Febich. Febich, top of the key here. Gets it over to Jonquel, left side, down in the post to Miesemann. Miesemann in the post. He picks up her dribble out to Jonquel. Jonquel down to Febich. Febich with 3 on the clock. Febich turns around, shoots the 2, bounces around, and soft touch, it goes in. 57-46. Plum gets downhill. Hezzy move in the corner here. Goes cross court all the way to Alamon. Down to Hamby. Hamby goes up. Left hand lay is good. That was good ball movement by the Sparks. Get it into Hamby. Easy lay. Miesemann pump fakes for 3. Out to Cloud. Over to Jonquel. And Jonquel, silly pass and throws it right over Sabrina's head and out of bounds. Sabrina 5th in the league in points per game. I think Plum is 4th. Rickea Jackson with the ball, crossover, gets to her left. Rickea out to Hamby. Hamby pump fakes. Out to Rickea. Corner to Azare. Oh no, over to Plum in the corner for 3. It is good. And the Sparks are picking apart this zone defense. 57-51. Sabrina with the ball. Sabrina gets it to Febich. Febich back to Sabrina. Sabrina picks up her dribble over to Febich. There's a mismatch down low. They get it to Emma. Emma in the post against Alamon, gets fouled and won. Emma Miesemann finishes at the basket. Going to the line for the 3-point play. So Emma Miesemann at the line. She has 12 points and 5 rebounds. Emma at the line. Free throw is up, and she knocks it down. Emma has scored in double figures every game she scored in the New York Liberty. Oh, good strip there by Natasha Cloud. Gets it over. Febich gets it back to Cloud. Cloud dribbles into the paint, then dribbles back out. Out to Jonquel. Corner to Miesemann. Left corner. Miesemann with the ball. Gets in a bad pass there. Hamby jumps the passing lane. Easy layup. Liberty looked out of sorts from jump on that possession. Ball gets inbounded to Sabrina. 60-53. Sabrina over to Cloud. Back to Sabrina. Down to Jonquel. Jonquel, handoff to Cloud. Cloud going to her right, guarded by Hamby. Gets it down to Jonquel, and Jonquel can't get to it. Another turnover. Outlet up to Hamby, and another layup. Liberty, the third quarter bug, affecting them again. Back-to-back turnovers, leading to Dearica Hamby layups. Jonquel Jones is 6'6". Just throw the ball high to her. No need to throw a bounce pass to her. Throw it high. And we have a timeout on the floor. Let's take a look at the box score. 60-55. 60-55 is the score. New York with back-to-back turnovers. Sparks outscoring them 11-10 here in the third quarter. For New York, you got Mieseman with 13 points and 5 rebounds. 8 for Leonie Fiebig, 17 for Jonquel Jones. Sabrina with 8, 5 for Natasha Cloud. Off the bench, Marine with 6, 3 for Rebecca Gardner. Hamby with 15 and 4 steals. Rickea Jackson with 8, 17 for Plum. And off the bench, you have Burrell with 6. New York, let me see how many turnovers they have. New York up to 8 turnovers now. Miracle says, Jay, you watch on WNBA feed or NBA TV? I'm watching this game on the New York Liberty's local feed. So it's our channel 9. That's where I'm watching it right now because it's blacked out on League Pass. Unless I turn my VPN on, but it makes no sense. Hey, cuz, what's going on? Salute, salute. Yeah, hopefully no third quarter curves. Hopefully. But they just had back-to-back turnovers for no reason after they went up as many as 11. $60-55, 6:17 to go in the third quarter. Oh, I forgot to end the poll. I said I would end at halftime. 57% of y'all say Liberty. I always forget to end this poll. 57% said Liberty. 42% say Sparks. I just ended the poll. Still in timeout here. All right, broadcast is coming back on. Let's see if the Liberty can right the wrongs. Sparks win by 17. You got a new sub. I hope not. I'll sacrifice the sub. If the Sparks win by 17, I'm crashing out. Interesting. Your local feed is ahead of NBA TV and WNBA feed. That's interesting. Usually it's behind. Ball in play here with the Liberty. Cloud with the ball. Cloud over to Sabrina. Sabrina over to Fiebig. Down to Jonquel. Jonquel with the ball. Jump past to Fiebig. Fiebig wide open for 3, and she knocks it down. Leonie Fiebig saves the possession there. Knocks down to 3. 63-55. Jonquel, one of the only things I don't like about Jonquel's offensive game is when she catches the ball, she dribbles down into the lower defender, but a nice high-low between Hamby and Stevens scores. 63-57. Sabrina, no look to Fiebig. Fiebig wide open for the layup, and Fiebig scores again. Quick 5 for Leonie Fiebig. 65-57. Ball down to Rickea Jackson. She spins, shoots over Fiebig, and scores. Fiebig didn't want to foul there. Rickea gets the easy layup. So both teams starting to trade buckets now. Ball out to Jonquel. Over to Marine. Marine with the ball. Over to Cloud. Cloud drives on Plum. Gets into the paint. Out to Marine. Marine wide open for 3. And she misses. Marine. That's wide open. Back-to-back wide open 3. She's missed. Alamon gets downhill. Out to Hamby. Hamby on the drive. And that should be they call a blocking foul on Marine. It's funny, Marine can't. Sometimes when Marine is wide open for a regular 3, she can't make it unless she's like off balance. So 65-59. Hamby at the line. Knocks down the first. 65-60. And knocks down the second. 65-61. 4-point game here. Sabrina with the ball. Sabrina off the screen, going to her left. Picks up her dribble. Gets it over to Talbot. Talbot, corner to Feebich. Feebich wide open for three. And Feebich hits a three. Feebich with the last 8 points for the Liberty. Azare Stevens finds Rickea Jackson wide open for three. And she goes halfway in and out. The Liberty are just not communicating properly. Rickea was wide open for a three. Sabrina off the screen. Sabrina gets downhill, hangs, tries to hit. Jonquel with the offensive rebound. Putback is good. Jonquel Jones scores. Kelsey Plum with the ball. Kelsey Plum dancing with the ball. Nowhere to go with it. Gets it over to Alamon. And no communication there. Rickea under, gets blocked by Jonquel. Gets a rebound. Throws it out to Azare for three. She misses. Rebound to Jonquel. Sabrina with the rebound. 9-point game here. 70-61. And a foul called on Kelsey Plum. Leonie Feebich actually decided to wake up. Maybe she needed some LA sun. I don't know. Needed to go to the beach or something. I don't know what's going on. But Leonie Feebich. Marine gets it into Sabrina. Sabrina with the ball. Gets the screen from Mieseman. Gets it over to Marine. Down to Mieseman. Mieseman over Burrell and scores. Like taking candy from a baby. Emma Mieseman deep in the post. Back to an 11-point game. Ray Burrell with the ball. Ray Burrell over to Rickea. Liberty in this zone here. Rickea on the drive. Gets cut off. Out to Burrell. Burrell, right side of the floor. Burrell on the drive. Over to Rickea. Rickea for three. And short. Emma with the rebound. Over to Marine. Back to Sabrina. Right side of the floor. Crosses half court here. Sabrina picks up her dribble. Almost picked up her dribble. Finds Feebich on the curl. And Feebich just throws it up. Ends up on the floor. It's a 4-on-5 here. Kelsey Plum over to Burrell. Burrell for three. And she knocks it down. Leo just got... I need Leo to be stronger there. Sabrina gets down the hill. Tries to go and gets a foul called on Rickea Jackson. Sabrina draws the foul. We go into a timeout here. 72-64. Liberty up 8 points here. 2:49 to go in the third. All right, let's take a look at the box score because Marine Johannes just... Yeah, Sabrina hasn't been shooting that much this game. She's been trying to dish and swish. Word to Walt Clyde Frazier. 73-64 is the score. Liberty up 9 in this one. Oh, then they cut out a commercial. I guess. And they went right back to the game. So it's a tie game here. Sorry, guys. They went to a commercial and then they just busted right out of that commercial. And Sabrina was at the line shooting the second free throw. Oh, good entry pass into Azare Stevens. Scores the layup under the basket. Azare is really tall, long arms. That's easy work. 74-66. Ball over to Sabrina. Sabrina comes off that screen going left. Pass to Emma Mieseman, gets tapped out by Julie Alamon. (74-66), 2:21 to go. Steph Talbot to inbound in front of her bench. Talbot on the inbound gets it into Mieseman. Up top to Cloud. Cloud finds a curling Talbot. Oh, Talbot smokes the layup. Oh my days. And Plum with the ball. Plum over to Rickea. Rickea on the drive, goes up, right hand lay, she smokes it. Azare Stevens putback is good. There's the size advantage down there. Liberty just too small. And they bring in Jonquel Jones right back in. Cloud with the ball. Cloud out to Mieseman. Left side to Sabrina. Down to Mieseman. Touch pass to Marine. Marine pump fakes into the paint. Out to Sabrina. Pump fakes. Sabrina into the paint. Foul line jump shot. Air ball. And Alamon with the rebound. Alamon. Pass to Azare. She misses. Putback is up and good. Do they count it? They call it. They might have called it on that first possession. So Azare Stevens at the line for 2 free throws. They're getting beat inside as Azare Stevens hits the first. Jonquel Jones, I thought was about to check in. She is checking in. Unfortunately, she can't get too much rest. We don't have any other bigs. 74-69. Azare Stevens knocks down both free throws. It's 74-70. Steph Talbot missed that layup. Whoa, what just happened there? 74-70. Something happened on the broadcast. Cloud gets it over to Marine. Marine drives. Gets Talbot in the corner. Can she make up for it? No, she cannot. Misses the 3. Alamon with the rebound. Over to Plum. Plum over to Alamon. Alamon gets the screen. Snatch back. Shoots a 3. And way off. Marine gets the rebound. Gets it over to Cloud. Cloud with the ball. Comes off the screen. Gets it to a rolling Jonquel. Goes up. Left hand layup is good. Jonquel Jones with the lay is 76-70. Jonquel up to 21. Over to Azare. Azare over to Ray Burrell. Ray Burrell on the drive. Pass to Plum in the corner. Plum pump fake. Snatchback dribble. Steps back over Talbot. Short. Marine with the rebound. And Cloud crosses half court here. Cloud on the drive. Gets it down to Mieseman. Mieseman out to Marine. Marine. Got to get it back down to her. Mieseman in the post. Mieseman steps through. They call a foul on Alamon. She's picking on her Belgian teammate there. So Emma Mieseman back to the line for free throws. Emma with 15 points and 6 rebounds. I think the Sparks may challenge this call. We have a timeout on the floor. It may be a challenge here. So they're staying on the broadcast here. 76-70. Salute to everybody here in the chat. We're up to about 90 people between YouTube and Twitch. Make sure you leave a like if you like this type of content. Subscribe. It's the second game of the WNBA day. Only 2 games on today. This is our second one that we doing the watch along for. We did the Wings and the Fever earlier. It was a really good game. This one is shaping up to be a good one as well. So let's see if they said the foul is on Julie Alamon. I don't see that they're challenging, but it may be. It does say it's under review. So let's see if the Liberty win. If the Sparks win or lose this challenge. Maddox. She's just not having a good game at the moment. She has had good games for us. She is contributing with she does have 2 assists and a rebound right now. But she just hasn't been able to hit any of her 3 shots. But once our full team comes back, she's gonna be moved further down the pecking order. So she's a warm body that somewhat knows the system. Until we get everybody back. Once we get Kennedy, Niara, now Emma's here, Talbot will be more like 10th, 11th man. Izzy. So she's just playing her role right now. 25 seconds to go in this quarter. The challenge was unsuccessful for the Sparks. Emma Mieseman at the line knocks down the free throw. Possibly, if somebody gets hurt or somebody gets in foul trouble, she may have to play. Maddox may have to play. Second free throw is up and good for Emma. Emma Mieseman with 17 points and 6 rebounds. About a half a second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Alamon gets it over to Ray Burrell. Burrell comes off the screen. Alamon wide open for three. Rickea Jackson, nobody boxes her out. Put back is good. Cloud gets downhill, attacks, doesn't get the foul call. 2 seconds to go. Hamby with the ball, shoots it from half court, and misses. And at the end of the third, it's 78-72. 6-point game. Liberty have a 6-point lead going into the fourth. 78-72. Third quarter scoring was tied at 28-28. Similar to that first quarter, how the Sparks outscored the Liberty only by 2, 30-28. 78-72. New York, you got Emma Mieseman with 17 points and 6 rebounds. You got 16 for Leonie Fibich, 21 for Jonquel Jones, 10 for Sabrina Ionescu with 6 assists, 5 for Natasha Cloud. Off the bench, you have 6 for Marine and 3 for Rebecca Gardner. For LA, Rickea with 12 points and 5 rebounds, 17 for Dearica Hamby, 15 for Azare Stevens, 17 for Plum. None for Julie Alamon. Off their bench, you have 9 for Burrell, 2 for Cam Brink. Young Dang, salute for the sub. Salute. Yeah, Sierra. Izzy's hurt too. I guess she got a concussion in that game on Sunday against the Lynx. So she did not make the trip out west with us. With the Liberty. I'm saying us like I'll be on the bench with the team. But I feel like it's us. 78-72 is the score. Let's get ready for the fourth quarter. Oh, almost did that again. Pam says, very pleased Phoebus is scoring more. Yeah, I mean, she's very passive sometimes. Sometimes she could be very passive, but she's been taking these cuts and laying them right on in. Get ready for the fourth quarter. 78-72. Waiting for the broadcast to come back on. Maddox says, Lainey Hamilton going to be back with the Liberty. We'll see. They still have her rights, but we shall see. Viola says, can the Liberty win against the Vegas Aces? The Liberty can do anything. Will they is a different story. What's up, Raphael? Salute. Let's go, Liberty. All right, fourth quarter starts with the Sparks with the ball. Liberty just need to hold on for 10 more minutes here. Rest and just get to Las Vegas. The one thing I do know about the Liberty, they do a lot of ball watching. They need to get ingrained into boxing out their players. Leonie with 16 points, 4 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block. Her and Sabrina will start the quarter on the bench. So you have Marine, Natasha, Emma, Jonquel, and Talbot. Gets it over to Alamon. Liberty in the zone here. Gets it over to Julie Van Loo. Back over to Julie. Julie relocates for the corner 3 and knocks it down. You cannot run zone against a prolific 3-point team like this. It's a 3-point game. Natasha Cloud out to Emma. Back to Cloud. Back, and they call a foul there by Rickea Jackson. So 78-75, ball down to Emma. Emma shoots over Julie, and it rattles in off the front of the rim. 80-75, back to a 5-point game. Ray Burrell with the ball, gets it over to Alamon. Back to Ray Burrell. Ray Burrell gets down on the zone, gets blocked by Emma. Rebound by Cloud. Liberty have numbers if they want it. Cloud over to Emma. Emma to a cutting Talbot. Out to Cloud, and they back out to Emma. Emma with the ball. Emma spins on Burrell. Right hand lay. Misses. Tip rebound goes out to Marine. Corner to Talbot. Talbot wide open for three. Yes! Talbot knocks down the corner three. Her first basket of the game. Van Loo over to Alamon. Over to Ray Burrell. Ray Burrell up top to Alamon. Over to Rickea. Rickea at the top of the key, guarded by John Quell. Drives on John, gets the ball deflected off of her knee by Cloud, and it goes out of bounds. Ball in play here with the Liberty. Cloud with it, gets it over to Marine. Marine comes off the screen going left. Marine over to John. Oh, finds a cut. Oh, bad pass by Marine. Turns over. Throws it right to Ray Burrell. Alamon over to Rickea. Rickea spin move. Goes glass and scores somehow. That was a tough shot by Rickea. 83-77. Emma with the ball. Gets it over to Marine. Marine over to John Quell. Oh, they miss Emma down low. Talbot in the corner. Talbot picks up her dribble. Gets it down to John Quell, and it's a foul called by Ray Burrell. 83-77. Pam said, Mee's been such a dominant player. Yep. I'm glad we got her. Emma to inbound. Gets it into John Quell. John Quell over to Talbot. Talbot down to Emma. Emma against Julie. That's going to be barbecue chicken. She goes up, hook shot. It's barbecue chicken on Alamon. She's abusing her Belgian compatriot. Emma, 21 points. Rickea for three. Misses. Cloud with the rebound. That's Emma's first 20-point game with the Liberty. Cloud over to Emma. If they keep switching Alamon onto her, Emma gets downhill, gets stripped by Burrell. She gets the own ball, and they call a foul. Man, Emma is bright red right now. That blood is coursing through her body. So Emma back at the line for 2 free throws. The Sparks do not have any challenges. They lost their challenge. So Emma with 21-7. I think I picked her up on my fantasy team. Let me see. Emma knocks down the free throw. I need this performance. Please tell me she's on my team. Oh, yes, I do. I have Emma, and I have John Quell, and I have Phoebich. I got all the Liberty players right now. It's funny. I have three Lynx players and 3 Liberty players on my roster. But, of course, Nafis is out with an injury. Emma knocks down the second free throw. Ball in play here with the Sparks. 87-77. The Sparks have a never say die attitude. They have come back multiple times. They get it down to Hamby. Hamby attacks John Quell Jones and gets fouled. (87-77). Hamby going to the line for 2 free throws. She has 17 points. First free throw is up, and she knocks it down. 87-78. When we going to sub Sabin? Maybe at the 5-minute mark. It looks like Sandy's riding with this rotation right now. And she knocks down both. Ball in play with Marine. Marine with the ball. Guarded full court by Van Loo. Marine gets it up to Emma. Emma gets the screen from Marine. Tries to slit through, and it's a turnover by Emma. Kelsey Plum over to Van Loo. Van Loo finds a cutting. Hamby reverse layup is good. In transition, this team is just too good. 87-71. Phoebich and Sabrina come off the bench. over to Talbot. Talbot loses it over to Emma. Emma, corner to Marine. Marine, they need it. Marine for three, and she buries it. Right corner three, Marine Johannes. Big shot there. 90-81. Plum gets downhill, goes up, left-hand layup, gets coast to coast and scores. How is that even possible? 90-83. Emma spins on Dearica Hamby, picks up her dribble out to Cloud. Cloud keeps her dribble alive. Cloud over to Emma. Emma pump fakes for three, out to Cloud. Over to John Quell, over to Marine. Marine for three, and misses. Rebound to Hamby. Gets it to Plum. 7-point game. Plum picks up her dribble over to Hamby. Hamby shoots over John Quell and misses. John Quell gets fouled from behind by Hamby. Will Brianna Stewart play next week? Beulah, I don't know. Yeah, why has Brink only played 5 minutes? KG, that's a good point there. She came in for that one stint, played well, and then hasn't played since. I'm a little confused there. That is a good shout there. Jonathan, salute. I think that's the first time I'm seeing you in the chat. Glad you could join. Let's take a look at the box score. 90-83, 5:48 to go here. New York outscoring the Sparks 12-11. Emma Mieseman with 23 points and 7 rebounds. Her Liberty career high in points. 16 for Leonie Fibich, 21 for John Quell, 10 for Sabrina Ionescu. Got 5 for Cloud. Marine Johannes with 9, 3 for Talbot, and 3 for Gardner. For LA, Rickea Jackson with 14 and 5. 21 for Hamby with 6 rebounds and 4 steals. 15 points for Azare Stevens with 3 steals. 19 for Plum. Ray Burrell with 9. Van Loo with 3. Brink with 2. She only played 5 minutes. Had 2 points and 3 rebounds. A little confused why she hasn't played. That's a good shout. Maddox says, is Brianna Stewart back next week? Nobody knows. She said she wants to come back before her birthday, which is end of August. So we shall see, people. We shall see. Nobody knows. Her birthday is August 27th. Me and Stewie were born the same year. That's funny. I'm a couple months older than Stewie. But we'll see. Emma with her 10 RA. Yeah, that's a good snipe by you. Emma with 7 rebounds and 3 assists. Yeah, Maddox, I am 31. I am 31. 90-83 is the score. 5:48 to go. We're still in commercial here. Still in commercial. No worries, Beulah. You have to leave. No worries. Maddox, oh, you're 20. I look 21. Thank you. Yeah, I just turned 31 in April. Damn, I'm 10 years older. Damn. Remember when I was 21? I was just about to graduate college at 21. The end of my senior year. Turned 21 in April. Graduated in May. Marine leads the league in the percentage of her points from 3-point range. I think she shoots about 70+% of her shots from 3. Will Liberty win by 5? I don't know. It's a 7-point game right now. It's Liberty basketball. Marine Johannes to inbound, gets it into Cloud. Oh no, I reset the quarter. I always do this. It's 5:41 to go in the quarter. I always do this, guys. 1 second. I'm going to get the clock right. Natasha Cloud with the ball. And we have a foul away from the ball by Ray Burrell. There we go. I got it back right now. 90-83. New York is in the bonus now, so it's free throws the rest of the way. So Leonie Fibic at the line to add to her point total. 16 points for Leo. First free throw is up. She knocks it down. Second free throw is up, and she knocks it down as well. 92-83. Back to a 9-point game. Gets the ball quickly up to Ray Burrell. Burrell with the ball. Gets it out to Plum. Over to Van Loo. Van Loo with the ball. Crossover on Leo. Gets it over to Plum. Plum pump fakes for three. They give her the left-hand lane. Drops it off to Azare. Easy layup there. 92-85. Cloud gets downhill. Goes left-hand lay and lays it in. I like when Natasha Cloud's a little aggressive. She gets to the basket. Her 7th point of the game. Plum for three. Off the front rim. Fibic with the rebound. I think they're bringing Rickea Jackson back in at the next dead ball, as well as Jonquel Jones. Sabrina with the ball. Hasn't needed to do a lot of scoring, with Emma doing work. Emma with the ball. Gets it back to Sabrina. Sabrina with the ball. Picks up her dribble. High pass to Leonie Fibic. I don't know why Sabrina's doing that pass. Sometimes, I don't know. I don't know sometimes. It just baffles my mind. All the way at damn near half court, tries to throw a high pass to the left corner. Azare Stevens over to Julie Van Loo. They back off her, and she misses the three. It goes out of bounds. There's no defense where you leave the person with the ball wide open. And Natasha Cloud just did that. Cloud with the ball. Comes off the screen, gets downhill, and another layup for Cloud, this time with the right hand. Double-digit lead here for the Liberty. 96-85. Cloud guarding Plum. Plum trying to put the team on her back here. Just dribbling out the clock. Finds Hamby. Down to Rickea. Rickea goes up and misses the layup. Fight for the rebound, and it's a jump ball between Rickea and Fibic. There we go. That's what we like to see Natasha Cloud doing. When the lane is open, go down the lane. 96-85. Liberty on their way. It's 4 minutes to go, so I'm not going to say it yet. It's just a jump ball here. I'm not going to jinx myself. The officials are discussing something here. Jump ball between Fibic and Jackson. Ball is up. Rickea wins the tip. Gets it to Plum. Plum drives at Cloud. Gets fouled and scores. So Kelsey Plum with the right hand layup will go to the line for the 3-point play. So Kelsey Plum with 21 points here at the line for the 3-point play. And she knocks it down. So it's 96-88. LA won't go away. Liberty get up to double figures. They score right back. That's 96-88. Marine with the ball. Marine dribbles to her right, looking for Sabrina. Gets it over to Sabrina. Sabrina with 8 on the clock. No movement from anybody on the Liberty. Sabrina trying to go ISO here. Gets down the lane, throws up the floater, gets fouled, and almost drops. Freddie said he needs 6 points for the Liberty. Well, Sabrina going to the line for 2 now. Ten points, 6 assists, 3 rebounds for Sabrina. So the Sparks have racked up a lot of free throws here in this quarter. Sabrina knocks down the first free throw. Liberty shooting 12 for 13. I mean, it's about the free throw battle is about equal. 12 for 13 for the Liberty, 12 for 14 for the Sparks. Sabrina at the line for the second. And she knocks down both. 98-88. Back to a 10-point game here. Julie Van Loo up the court. Gets it over to Plum. Plum in the corner to Rickea. Rickea drives. Throws it out to Van Loo. Van Loo for three. Cashes in. Liberty defense in constant rotation. And a timeout called by Sandy Brondello. 7-point game. Sparks will not go away. Liberty go up by 10. Sparks come right back. So let's take a look at the box score while we have some time here. Liberty defensive rotations just all out of whack here, leaving three-point shooters wide open. 98-91 is the score. Oh, I have the wrong remote in my hand. Where's my remote? Here it is. Just want to see that last play. Wow, we got so out of rotation here. 98-91 is the score. What is happening right now? There we go. Like, what is the rotation here that everybody... Oh, they're in a zone. It's this zone that's killing us. We just got to man up. Just man up. Empire said, did you miss anything with Brink? Is she injured? No, not that it's been reported. I'm not too sure what's up with Cam Brink. She played good in her limited minutes. Oh, it does say ankle here. Cameron Brink ankle remains in locker room to start the second half and then Cameron Brink she returned to the bench. So it's an ankle for Cam Brink according to Underdog Fantasy. It's an ankle for Cam Brink. GM, you might have to put you in a little timeout. You spamming right now. I have to put you in a 5-minute timeout. I don't know what you on right now. Take a timeout. All right, broadcast is coming back now. 98-91 is the score. 98-91. So, Marine Johannes to inbound. They get it into Cloud. Cloud with the ball. Get it across half court, Tosh. Tosh gets it across half court. Gets it over to Sabrina. Sabrina gets it back to Cloud. Cloud over to Marine. Marine with the ball. Guarded by Azare. Throws it down to Jonqual. She goes up for it. Jonqual under the basket. Gets blocked by Dearica. Goes back up and misses and gets fouled. I think the foul was on Azare. Jonqual Jones at the line. Short on the first. I need a Liberty to play man-to-man defense here down the stretch. Can't keep giving up open threes. And she misses both free throws. So Hamby might say ball don't lie. Ball in play here with the Sparks. Did I start the clock? My bad. Over to Van Loo. Van Loo got over to Rickea Jackson for three, and she misses the wide open three, and the Liberty can't secure the rebound. Gets it over to Azare. Plum with the ball. Plum, 7 on the clock. Drives left on Phoebus. Goes up, blocked by Jonquel. And saved in bounds. Sabrina with the ball. Gets it over to Cloud. And Cloud crosses half court. Cloud slows it down. Cloud with the ball. It's 9 on the clock. 8. Crossover. Cloud gets into the paint. Throws it out to Emma. Fakes the pass. Out to Cloud. Cloud, shoot it. She's not even look. Oh, she gets it off at the buzzer. Jonquel with the rebound. And gets it out to Sabrina. Sabrina, deep three. And misses. Rebound to the Sparks. I don't know if that was the ideal shot. Hamby on the drive. Hamby, stop. Reverse pivot. Throws up the right-hand hook. Misses. Jonquel with the rebound. Jonquel, double-double here. 21 points, 10 rebounds for Jonquel Jones. New York will slow it down here. Sabrina with the ball. Guarded by Rickea Jackson. 98-91. Whoever said, can the Liberty score 100? They're on their way. Sabrina skips to the lane. Left-hand layup is good. And the Liberty touch 100 points here. Azare gets it over to Rickea. Rickea back to Azare. Azare wide open. Out to Julie. Julie for three. And she misses. Emma with the rebound. Gets it over to Sabrina. Sabrina at the half court here. Under a minute to go in this one. Sabrina dribbling at half court. Wants to screen from Emma. Doesn't take it. Looks to it, go attack Plum. Picks up her dribble out to Emma with 3 on the clock. Finds Cloud. Cloud goes up, layup. And that should be the dagger. Natasha Cloud has been clutch here in the fourth quarter. Plum with the ball. Plum dribbles by everybody and gets fouled. That's the type of lazy defense the Liberty. Plum gets the ball and just skips by everybody and draws the foul. So 102-91, Plum at the line for 2 free throws to add to her point total. And she rattles in the first. Second free throw for Plum. And she knocks down the second. 102-93. And what happened? Oh, a timeout called by Sandy Brondello. With 39 seconds to go in this one. They still got to improve their defense. But listen, being shorthanded, only playing 8 players tonight. GM, I'm gonna have to time you off for longer, GM. You chatting crazy in here. What's going on? Might have to take a 10-minute. No. So wow, what a game for the Liberty here. 102-93. Look at the Liberty players. You got Emma Mieseman with 23 and 8, 2 away from a double-double. You got Leonie Phoebus with 18. The most she scored in, I feel like, in a while. 21 and 10 for Jonquel Jones. 14 for Sabrina Ionescu with 6 assists and 4 rebounds. Tosh Cloud joins them in double figures with 11 points. Off the bench, Marine with 9, Talbot with 3, Gardner with 3. It's Liberty ball here. Liberty ball here. 102-93. Liberty to inbound. Cloud to inbound. Gets it into Emma Mieseman. Emma Mieseman gets fouled by Rickea Jackson. The Liberty are 30-0 in the regular season when Jonquel Jones has a double-double. Looking to go 31-0 in the regular season. Yeah, Beulah, I'm aware of TSN. And Miesemann misses the first free throw. And Miesemann knocks down the second free throw. Sparks call a reset timeout. 103-93 is the score with 36 seconds to go. Ball to be inbounded by this. They get it to Hamby. Hamby finds a cutting Rickea Jackson. Layup is up and good. Why the Liberty fouling? The world may never know. Sandy not gonna challenge. 103-95. Rickea Jackson with 16 points. Cameron Brink is hurt. She went out with an ankle injury, we found out, as she misses for the three-point play. She misses the foul shot. Sabrina gets it over to Emma. Up to Jonquel. Jonquel over to Phoebich, and they get it across the half court. And a foul by Rickea Jackson. 22 seconds to go here. Cameron Brink played a couple minutes in the first quarter, and apparently she went out with an ankle injury. Of course, she's just coming back from the ACL, so they're being very careful and cautious with her. Phoebich knocks down the first free throw. I'm not mad at it. It's adding to my fantasy team score. Phoebich, second free throw is up and good. Liberty have 3 players in that scored 20 points or more. Phoebich with 20, Jones with 21, Miesemann with 24. Wow, Molly, what a good snipe on the under there. Good snipe there. We're in a timeout right now. $105.95 is the score with 22 seconds to go. 105.95. It is now approaching midnight here on the East Coast, and the Liberty are going to send me to bed with a win, it appears. Knock on wood. Plus 10.5 Sparks. Ball in play here with Azare Stevens. Gets it over to Hamby. Hamby finds Rickea Jackson, and she smokes the layup. Put back, she smokes it again. Plum with the rebound. Plum puts it up and gets fouled. Oh my goodness. Liberty just doing stupidness. 105.95. Plum going to the line. Plum at the line. First free throw is up and good. Plum, second free throw is up and good. So it's 105.97 and a reset timeout called by Sandy Brondello.
Oh,
12
yeah,
seconds to go here.
oh,
Freddie,
yeah,
salute for the sub. Salute, salute.
Let's go.
Sabrina to inbound. And they get it into Phoebe. She gets it back to Sabrina. I don't think they're going to foul. They might just let it ride. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's the game, people. The Liberty avenged the loss against the Sparks from a month ago. They get the win 105-97. They win the season series 2-1. They get their 21st win of the season. They move to 21-11. Sparks drop to 15-17. New York playing with 8 players got the lead and did not look back. Oh, that's a crazy sweat right there, Bennett. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, Rickea Jackson, not her best game. Missed a lot of open shots, but I'll take it. 105-97 final score. Let's take a look at the box score one last time. The Belgians and the French woman all hug and kiss and whatnot. And all international flavor here. Salute for the super chat, Freddie. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Let's take a look at this 105-97 final score. 30-28 in the first for the Sparks, 22-14 in the second for the Liberty, 28-28 in the third, and the Liberty outscored them 27-25 in the fourth. Looking at the box score, Liberty, Emma Mieseman, 24 points, 9 rebounds, 1 away from a double-double. You got Leonie Fibich with 20. That might be her season high, it feels like. 21 for Jonquel Jones with 11 rebounds, double-double. Sabrina with 14 points, 6 assists. Got Natasha Cloud with 11. Maureen Johannes, 9 off the bench, 3 for 8 from 3. That's the only type of shot she shot. 3 for Talbot, 3 for Gardner. For the Sparks, Hamby with 21 and 8. Had 4 steals. Rickea Jackson with 16. You got 17 for Azare Stevens. Plum with 26. None for Alamon. 9 for Burrell, 6 for Van Loo, 2 for Brink. She went out with an ankle injury. Empire, salute for tuning in for the doubleheader. Appreciate it. Have a good night, Beulah. Appreciate everyone who's tuned in, for whether you tuned in for one of the streams, both of the streams. It really helps the channel out tremendously. Liberty get the win, 21-11 on the season, 105-97. I will be back, God willing, tomorrow for the back-to-back game for the Liberty. They play the Aces tomorrow. So hopefully I can get home in time to do the watch along for that one. Thanks for all the likes, the subscriptions, the super chats throughout both streams. It really helps the channel out tremendously. We're on the road to 1,300 subs. We got a good amount today. We're up to 1,225. If you haven't subbed, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. We do WNBA watch-alongs all season long. All right, y'all. It is now midnight here on the East Coast. Wednesday, August 13th. Just hit midnight. I go to bed a happy man. Liberty get the win. And looking for a win tomorrow. All right, y'all. Enjoy the rest of your night or morning, wherever you are in the world. It's Jay Jordan. Salute.